Today I'm going to put this belt on my Yamaha Warrior 1700. I'm going to have to loosen the swing arm. I guess there's probably some bolts right here. Pull these caps off. It's really cold out here today too. I'll have to loosen that off, get the belt behind there. We'll take this cover off. Shouldn't have to take the wheel off at all because this is all open underneath here. It goes right to the pulley, and this is open back here, so should be able to just slide the belt back behind that. So we'll pull this side cover off. I don't have a nice lift table. I've literally strapped it down to a four-wheeler to my toolbox, and that's actually strapped to two four-wheelers. And then there's a metal plate underneath this bike right there, and that's what I'm jacking it up on. There it is. So I'm gonna pull this side cover off and pull that little cap off, and we'll see if we can get this swing arm loose. Alright, got all the Allen bolts loose. This should just pop off. What the heck is that? Guess there's rocks caught up in there. That thing's actually pretty heavy. There's some kind of little spacer deal. Oh, that'd be I guess keep it from smacking the case. But anyway, so we're clear there. We will have to take off both of these, and then I guess just this, and drop that all down. So that's what we'll work on, taking these off. Alright, got those two deals off. There is another rubber guide here, so don't lose that. Now we're going to get that cap off and see what we need to do. Alright, this one had a license plate bracket I ended up having to loosen to get the cap off. Now we'll go ahead and get that swing arm loose. I do have the tire up off the ground just a smidge. So hopefully we can just loosen this and pull it back a little bit, and we'll have to pull that axle all the way out though. So that's where we're at now. Alright, since I have no idea when this axle's ever been off, it's going to be in there tight, and I want to break it loose first. So I've got the nut towards the end of the axle, and I'm actually going to use a rubber mallet and knock her loose. I do that so, number one, you hit it with anything else, you could tear up those threads there, especially if it was stuck. So always leave your nut on there, and that way by pulling it back off, all your threads will be straight too. So now I'll go back that I know it's loose, and I'm actually going to use a punch. There's a washer in there too. Oops. So I use a punch and she'll come on out. My swing arm's already starting to drop. I'm going to go ahead and drop the wheel just a smidge. That'll take pressure off the axle, and I should be able to just slide it out the other side. It'll be a lot easier that way. So here we go. Depending on what kind of pipes you're running, make sure on your other side. I actually had to turn this sideways, and it'll come right out past the pipe. So just be careful on that also. And I don't think I've got any spacers or anything in there to worry about. So just come right out. Now we can pull this back wheel back. Probably have to jack her up a little bit, and hopefully we can get her on there pretty easily. We'll see what happens. Well, I've got to get one more mount off. Looks like that bolt right there, and I think after that we'll be free. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, I decided not to take off that bolt. If I had a good jack, it would have worked a lot better. I went ahead and kept jacking it up, and I was able to slide my belt back behind my plate right there. And this all should go right in. Have to get it down here underneath the plastic. I really feel like there's enough room to do all this. Go down here, back behind here. I guess probably before I put on the big sprocket, I should put on the little one up front. Should be able to wheeze it on through there. In between those two. I'm gonna turn the camera off. Yeah, apparently I was fooling myself, so I just went ahead and took the license plate bracket off, and now I'm able to do it one-handed. So sometimes it's better to look 3 or 4 times than to start operating. Alright, so we'll get her on now. Alright, you're gonna have to take this off and then push that belt in there real hard. Put that back on. So we're good to go. About ready to put that cover and all this back together. Okay, I'm gonna leave all that stuff unbolted for now. It might actually help me out in getting everything back lined up. So I'm just gonna slowly start lowering her down and see what we can do. Make sure neither of these caps slide out. They're both, that one's already sliding in, so that one should be good. Hopefully it ain't rubbing too bad on whatever that line is. This one looks like we need to be over a little bit further. What do I got? Okay, it's actually not that bad. We'll just go. I think I can push that in with my hand as we go. I'm gonna have to put the phone down to get that lined up. Alright, let her down slowly. A bit too far. We're close right there. Alright, need to use something and try and line them holes up. Pretty close. We'll go in there on the other side and see if we can get the bolt lined up, and that'll be a lot easier. Alright, I was able to just pick up on the back swing arm a smidge and get my axle bolt started. This one, just pound her in. I might turn it with a wrench. Anyway, get that back in, and we'll go to the other side. Alright, we're close. First we'll try jacking it up, see if that's going to work. That's not going to work. Try letting her down a little bit. Way too much. Got to be a happy medium. May have to use some kind of pry bar or something. Probably won't be able to do this on the phone. Getting close. Now, what do we got? I'm trying to use one of them chisels or screwdriver or something. This will probably be easier with 2 people. Pretty close there. I'm going to give it a tap. I don't want to tear up my threads. Oh, looky there. Is that crazy or what? So we're in. Washer and nut goes on that. Alright, here we go. Make sure on this side that ends up going down and seating. Let's see if I turn it just a smidge there. I think that'll go in. That ain't gonna fit. I'm gonna find something, knock that all the way in, make sure it seats. Alright, she's seated all the way in. We can tighten up the other side. Alright, because this bike is so old, we're going to loosen the back wheel up, slide it up, and redo the tension on her. So we'll do that now. I've already got the back wheel loosened. Looks like probably have to loosen this too. Then our adjusters will loosen them up as well. Alright, I've loosened up all my adjusters here, the axle. You don't have to take any of this apart. It's well over here. I hit my tire, it went straight up. Should hopefully got enough room. Nope, I'm gonna loosen her up a little more so I can get this on easy, and we'll go back and I'll figure out what the tension's supposed to be. Alright, we got the license plate bracket back on. We've got this bracket back on. I got the belt really tight, so we'll have to double check that. I'm pretty sure I don't have that right. I'll have to get on the internet and find some specifications. Go ahead and clean that out, and we're going to put that cover on, and we'll be about ready. When you're putting this in, there is that one roller with the plastic wheel on there that keeps the belt protected, so make sure that slides in the right spot before you crank it down. You'll know because it'll slip right in once you got it right. So we'll put all this back together. Alright, she's finished. I still got to adjust the bow a little bit, but that's it. Pretty simple.